Hi, survivors. This is me, Preppers, and reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well because what's going on in this world is not. Seems like it's hell on earth, like literally. But I want to talk about the price that America has to pay for all the corruption, all the evil, all the racism, all the discrimination, all the stealing, all the killing. The list go on and on and on. From the beginning of time, since this country was stolen and claimed that somebody discovered it that didn't discover it when it was already here, and that is no allegedly. All these people do is lie, steal, and kill, and put systems in place to regulate and maintain their corruption, while everybody else have to suffer to make them more wealthy and to keep them in power. And they had to put a system together involving something which they did was money, because they can't survive naturally like most people can. A lot of us come from cultures and backgrounds where we could live off the earth easily because we physically are able to do that, and mentally and spiritually we were born that to be that way, where we can go and hunt, and we can go and gather, and we can go and do the things that it takes to do to live off the land that God has given us. You got some people that can't do that. So they had to, because they weak. So they had to put a system in place to enslave people and bring about a bunch of corruption. Go into all these people areas, steal they pardon me, steal their resources, steal their people, use them for labor, to build them a great country, abuse them, throw them away, put systems in place. Don't give them nothing they own them. Put systems in place where, they get caught stealing, they get caught doing this, that, and other. We're going to lock them up, and then they're going to still be a slave. Well, what do you expect people to do? And I'm not justifying any wrongdoing, but what do you expect people to do when all you've done was enslave them, make them work for nothing, turn them loose, give them nothing that you owe them? How are they supposed to survive? What are people supposed to do when you divide their families, put them in the worst neighborhoods, don't do anything to assist or help or any way put any systems in place for these people to thrive off of? Turn the neighborhoods into crime zones. What are people supposed to do? How are people supposed to live on a system where you have to literally be a robot in order to keep living like this? People naturally get tired. People get sick. People lose things. People get older. But the system is not made like that. Because as soon as you miss work or you don't have any kind of money coming in, you out of there. In this system that we live in. Going back to what I was saying at the beginning of this video, America have a price to pay. With all the immorality, the sexual perversion, the pedophilia, all this stuff going on in Hollywood, all this stuff goes on in the music, how these major companies put these little young black kids out talking about stealing and killing and BITCH this and BITCH that and hold this and hold that. But these are the same people that own prisons. America have a price to pay. A major price to pay for all the corruption, all the evil that has been done here, all the stealing. These people came and stole the land from the Indians and claimed it as their own. And y'all thought it was going to be peaceful out here? Y'all thought this was going to continue to be the greatest nation on earth? then came up with a holiday to celebrate what they did to the Indians. And most people celebrate that and not even realize what in the hell it is they celebrate. We're talking about a country that bases everything off of consumerism and capitalism and don't have God at the forefront of nothing. So it's already destined to fail. We have a country that thrives off of immorality, sexual perversion, and then they instill that in our children. And y'all thought this was going to continue to be like God was going to be all right with this, all this stuff? What we're seeing now is just the beginning of this country falling. And it's been orchestrated from within by its own leaders. That's the sad thing. Nobody's seen this coming. Who would have ever thought a country's own leaders would be the cause of it failing, and the cause of it burning and going down, and the cause of it being sold out? Put your seatbelt on. I'm telling you, it's just the beginning. The crazy part, the realistic part about all this, the ones that people look down on, it was all right when black people was getting treated bad. It was all right when poor white people was getting treated bad. It was all right when poor people, period, no matter what nationality it was doing, pardon me, was dealing with injustices and crimes and stuff. But not everybody's being affected. And the reality part about it is those people that everybody ignored, that was getting done wrong all these years, those going to be the people to survive. You know why? Those people had to survive all these years without having anything, without anybody helping them. I'm talking about homeless people too, mentally ill people. These are the people that everybody going to be running to try to really get help from. Watch what I tell you. Because one thing I know, especially I'm speaking from a black person, we done already been through a lot of atrocities out here. So really, we know how to keep going and overcoming them. Most black people, a lot of black people don't really have no money. They don't come from no family. Most black people didn't have mothers and fathers because of what the system and what America has done.